Our story begins with the settler of the 1800s who moved out west with the promise of cheap land from the government. These farmers had endured many difficulties over the years, learning that the land can be unforgiving at times. So when the Depression struck, it was the farmers who were sure they could weather the storm. They weren't expecting another kind of storm to emerge on the horizon, a terrible drought that would compound their money problems and ability to pay back loans and mortgages. New tractors, purchased just a year before, would be left on the farm to be covered in dirt, remnants of a former life. The Dust Bowl described the area of farming heartland in parts of Colorado, Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, and New Mexico. A severe natural drought coupled with improper farming techniques sapped moisture from the earth and dried out the land. The natural grasslands which held the topsoil of the plains in place for thousands of years was lost in a period of almost 10 years. These videos produced by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration show the areas of the U.S. most affected during the Dust Bowl period between 1931 and 1939. The jet stream changed course, moving warm, moist air, which carried rain, completely around the United States, and they stayed this way until 1939 when the rains returned. The plains, already a windy place, experienced greater wind gusts along with a sweltering heat induced by the great dust clouds, which created a greenhouse effect over the entire area.
We looked in the north and thought it was a blue norther coming. Such a huge black cloud, just looked like smoke out of a train stack or something.
This is about what time of day?
About 4 o'clock, 1934.
The damage to the land was immense, sweeping away topsoil, pulling trees from the ground, and upsetting the natural ecosystem. Hordes of locusts leveled any remaining crops, and the dust and heat killed many more.
And you came from Oklahoma direct to the Tulare Farm Workers community here in Visalia?
No, I came to Embera Valley, Calipatry.
Then you came on down here?
Went from there to Coast.
Did you find the living conditions along the route better than they were in Oklahoma?
Well, after I entered Arizona, California, I did. Not until I did get into Arizona.
Yes, what was it back in Oklahoma? What was the reason why that you left there and came to California?
Well, I didn't have any home. No more than with a rabbit, just from one place to another, trying to find work or something that we could.
Just, in other words, just a place to put your head.
Yeah, just someplace where we could get.
Quite a few city dwellers and some farmers with nothing left to lose packed up and headed out west to try to find work and a place to live. Toward the end of the Depression, thousands found themselves living in government camps which provided basic necessities. The government tried to increase morale in the camps, and posters like these were helpful. When the rains returned in 1939, farmers were encouraged by the government to do things differently. This included making sure that they planted shelter belts or lines of trees around farms that would block wind gusts. Crop rotation was encouraged, cover crops advocated, and irrigation techniques improved. Techniques that are still used today and are a valuable reminder that we must take care of the Great Plains for the Great Plains to be the breadbasket of America.